So are you planning to come to the UK as a UK healthcare assistant? For those of you that don't know, I'm a UK healthcare assistant, so I have been a carer for the past 4 years plus. Yes, I am a senior carer. So I have been through some of these challenges. I've seen people go through problems in these healthcare sectors. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a very important issue with you guys. If this looks like what you're going to be interested in, then sit tight, watch from the beginning to the end. I believe you're going to learn one or two things from this. Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love, thank you guys for the support. Honestly, I really do appreciate. So on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what is happening around me, and I share information. So for those of you that don't know, yes, I'm a UK healthcare assistant and I've been a carer since 2019. Yes. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some challenges people face and also the reason why this Nigerian lady was jailed. If this looks like what you're going to be interested in, then sit tight, watch from the beginning to the end. So fast forward. So as a UK healthcare assistant, you'll be seeing so many things. So now if you're working in a hospital, it's different. If you're working in a care home, it's different. If you're working in respite, it's different. And if you're working as a domiciliary healthcare worker, it is different. So now as a domiciliary healthcare worker, you're going house by house, isn't it? If it's in a care home, you're in that home where the elderly people live in that home. And if you're working in a respite is where you bring these clients, maybe people with disability. They'll stay there maybe for like 2 days or 3 days. Maybe their parents want to relax, they want to rest from taking care of their loved ones, then they bring them to respite. Respite sometimes is just between different people every week. Yeah, that's how respite works. So now fast forward, as a healthcare assistant, you'll be seeing so many things like, if you're working in a respite, sometimes you see all this rich kid, they'll bring this type of perfume, they'll bring this type of thing, you'll be like, this perfume is nice. So sometimes, as a healthcare assistant, sometimes maybe after dressing, they'll be like, this perfume is nice, or you spray, you'll be like, I like this perfume, stuff like that. These are common things we see, or we know that it happens. Some persons will just spray it on their body. Now, you're not allowed to spray it. Don't test the perfume in your body, but yeah, people do it, which is not acceptable. These perfumes are for clients. You'll be like, shipping not just perfume, I just spray. No, you don't do that. Sometimes when you see these perfumes, you'll be like, I'm going to buy this thing, I'm going to buy this one, because you've seen a lot. You'll be like, this person have this one. So just try your best not to see too much. When you see good things, it's good to appreciate good things. Yeah, I know when you see stuff like that, be like, this person have nice stuff. Rest. You need to rest. You need to remove your eyes from such things. So now I used to feel like people that usually take vulnerable people's things, I feel like they already have the spirit of stealing, or they already have the spirit of taking things. Now as a carer, you need to train yourself in such a way that when you see things, you don't look at it 2 times. Just be like, just do what you need to do, be professional, do your job, and get out from there, honestly speaking. So now if you're working in a care home, is another different thing. So in a care home now, these people permanently live there. Sometimes you see people with dementia, so maybe they've got gold, they've got wedding bands that is in their drawer. You'll be seeing gold. Some of these people are very rich. It's just that they don't have any other place to stay, or they don't have any other family member, or their family member don't really have time to take care of them, and they'll decide to bring them to a care home. Stuff like that. There's so many reasons for bringing this vulnerable old people to a care home, or vulnerable people. So it can be support living, it can be care home. It just depends on where you are working. So for me, I have worked in these different fields. I have tested all of them. The only one I've yet to test is the domiciliary care job. So the domiciliary care job is going house by house. Up to today, I have not done that, and I am just so tempted to try it because I just want to try it and see how it's like. So now, why is this Nigerian lady jailed? Now let's read from the news why she was jailed. A Nigerian woman in jail in the UK for stealing £20,000. A Nigerian woman, Abiola, who is a care home worker, has been jailed for 7 months in the United Kingdom for stealing almost £20,000 from the saving of a vulnerable resident. Akinremi Fortwan was said to have abused her position as an administrator at a facility in Abbeywood in South East London and made a dozen of unauthorized withdrawals from the bank account of a patient. The Old Bailey is a facility that houses mental health residents under the Mental Health Act and those without family support and over control of their finances to administrators and carers. So under it, you're going to see where it says this was a repeated and planned course of conduct and a very serious breach of trust of vulnerable people while addressing Akiremi in court before sentencing her to 7 months in prison. While the prosecutor, Robert, said people who live at the home are all vulnerable. They have various conditions and are detained under the Mental Health Act or other legislation. It is a 24-hour care facility. They are not allowed to leave the house, you can see, without a member of staff or a family member. Some have their financial affairs looked after by the home. Honestly, I don't know how people do such things. Under it says investigation into Akiremi fraudulent activity dated back to November 2018 when 43,000 was missing from residents' bank account, including 32,000 from one victim. Can you imagine? This is from vulnerable client. This is not fair, honestly speaking. Akiremi had denied the allegation until the first day of her trial, insisting that other staff at the home were trying to pin the blame on her. Can you see? Now she's accusing other people. That's why I said in this job role, we all have to be very careful, because at the end of the day, they want to involve you. She, however, admitted of taking £19,650 over the course of 8 months from the 3 residents, adding that other at the home were also involved in the wrongdoing. Can you imagine? So now she's adding other staffs in the home. Akiremi then pleaded guilty to 3 charges of fraud by abuse of position, while judge rejected a plea for a suspended prison sentence, concluded only an immediate spell behind bars will be appropriate. So that is it. So this is exactly what happens when you're in charge of people's money. You're going to see a lot of money. Sometimes you do money checks, you touch money, you will see money. Guys, if you are not ready for this job, look for another job, honestly speaking, because yes, you're going to see a lot in this job. So if you want from this lady, how can you be stealing small by small, gradually from this resident or from this client? So now sometimes when issue like this happens, they involve other people. So you'll be like, oh, I'm not the only person that used to take money. This person used to take money too, or this person used to take, maybe she'll call one silly thing because she don't want to be the only one to be arrested. Some persons are like that too. I am telling you guys the truth. I feel like anybody that will steal, that means you already have stealing habit, or you already have that in you, because there's no way you're going to see something that is not yours and you start taking it because maybe this person cannot say it's mine. Because sometimes these people you're supporting, sometimes they cannot even remember. Especially if you're working in a dementia home, or maybe you see Grace wedding band, you pick it and put it in your drawer, because these people cannot even remember anything. So they just do whatever they want to do. But you as the carer, you know this is for this person, this is for this person. So sometimes people used to steal little, even small things as even chain, bangle, because I've seen things like that online. You know, they'll say this person stole this one and all of that. But these are little things that you're supposed to ignore. Like, I mean, what are you doing with all of these things? In this country, every day you're covering your body. So I don't understand how people are stealing, you know, clients, and at the end of the day they'll say it's Satan, or they'll say it's the devil's work, or they'll say it's temptation. I used to say that means this is in you already. So now this is one of the reasons why I will encourage you as a healthcare worker to join a union. So there's this union I joined. I used to pay £10 every month, but I have stopped paying. I just stopped. I don't even know why I stopped, honestly. I don't have any excuse, but I will encourage you to keep paying, because even myself, I think I might probably go back and start paying and, you know, rejoin the union. So these people, what they do is that when you have issues, they will help you, they will defend you, they will do all of that for you. So it's very important, because in this field, sometimes accusation or iboko, sometimes they might accuse you of something you don't even know. You'll be like, how was I there? You know, little accusation, you think it's little, but when you're not in the field, that's when you realize that this accusation is deep, and as soon as it affects your DBS, you can never work in any healthcare sector. And that is why you need to get yourself a union. You need to get yourself a union, to be honest. Just find any good union, so you don't have to join because this person joined you. You can make research, check the best union, check the ones that have good rating, you know, stuff like that. I've seen where they send 2 couples away. Why? Because of, I think, wedding band. And I don't know, for some reason I heard that the husband encouraged the wife to steal the band, the wedding ring. Oh, I don't understand which one is stealing wedding ring. And I was told that this woman has been working in that home for a long time. That as soon as the husband started working there, that's when that she changed. You'll be seeing little things missing and all of that. And honestly speaking, like I said, you see items, you see nice things, you see designer bags, you see designer, you know, you see just see things. But I used to say this, if you don't have the habit of stealing, if you don't have the habit, it's just not in you. If you see those things, it's nothing. If you see wedding ring, it's nothing. You have your own wedding ring, you can buy it. If you work back by, you go and buy it. Like me, I don't even, for me, Steph, I don't even wear any of those things. I have all of this, but I just put them in my drawer because I don't know. I just want to be, free. I don't know how to put it, but what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you're coming as a UK healthcare assistant, try to control yourself, try to know what you're doing, and try to know what the things you're saying, because sometimes you might say something and they'll be like, okay, maybe when the things start missing, they'll be like, okay, this person said this person was saying that she loved that maybe necklace, or she loved that shoe, they'll start thinking maybe it's you, and it might not be you. Maybe just say it because you like it genuinely, that it's fine, and you say it's fine. Then they'll start thinking that maybe the fact that you said it, they'll start investigating and all of that. So that is why, as a healthcare assistant, there's so many things involved that you all need to be very careful. It's not all about I want to be a carer. This care job stuff is not easy. I am telling you the truth, but it's just that it's easy to get. I don't want to say it's very easy to get, but I feel like it's one of the easiest jobs to get, to be honest, because you don't have to have one kind professional, I don't know how to put it, just for you to do your training. As soon as you do your training, you start getting jobs here in the UK. That's just the truth. So even some person, even without training, they get job. The organization or the company teach them the job role, and as soon as you're doing the job, you learn in the job. I keep saying that this care job, people learn on the job. So some company will even teach you. So that's not even the issue. But I will always advise you that joining a union will definitely help you, so that if any matter arises, if any accusation, because sometimes even clients will even accuse you. You see clients that can lie, and even you'll be asking yourself how manage. Clients will lie and cook the lie that even you'll be confused and be like, is it me? Like, when did I do this? And that is why, as a carer, you need to stand on your ground. You need to know what you're doing. If anything happens, if any incident happens, record it. If they're accusing you of something and you're not the one, you have to stand on your ground. Keep repeating it. They will keep asking you, keep repeating it. You need to defend yourself. You need to be very, very smart in this job role, because people will be coming and say, become a carer. You don't even know what is involved. You don't even know what is in the job. Like, you don't even know what is in the job. Honestly speaking, it's hard work. There's some persons that have started this job, they'll be like, no, this job is for me. They will leave the job, which is okay. If the job is not for you, leave it, because this job is not for everybody, to be honest. There was a time I was opportune to get a job for a young adult, and I was told so many things about this young adult. They say I will also help out with what. I was like, young adult, like children. I know that I cannot do this thing. So now, if you're in the UK and you want to, level up as a healthcare assistant, I always advise you do MVQ level 4, level 5. Honestly, you see better roles. You see good roles. Even you see good roles and good paying opportunities, to be honest. Especially if you're a senior carer, you get some better opportunities to get a better pay. And that is why I will encourage you, if you're working as a UK healthcare assistant and you want to level up, do this training. They will help you a lot, to be honest. Yes. So as soon as you told me about children, I know I cannot do it. Do you understand? There's something that you ask yourself, can you do? I know anything involved kids, I'm not interested, because I feel like for you to work with young adults, for teenagers, children, I feel like you have to be extra careful. So it's not something I want. I was like, okay, the pay was good and the job offer was good, but this is not what I want. I was like telling my husband, I'm not interested, honestly speaking. And as soon as they tell me the things I'll be doing, I was like, hi, no, I don't want, something that I will rather stick to my adult, care than going for young adults, for children and all of that. So now you watching me, you might prefer children. There's some people that are so comfortable with kids, they're happy with kids, and they're okay to do whatever thing with children. But for me, I am not. So if you don't want to be a carer, it's okay. You don't have to force yourself. I want to be a healthcare assistant, I want to be a healthcare. You don't have to force yourself. So why not go for something that you manage until you get that better job opportunities? So if you're planning to work as a UK healthcare assistant, in fact, not just UK, if you're planning to work as a carer in general, you have to be very careful in this field. And if you think this job role is not for you, leave it, find something else. Honestly speaking, in this job, you have to be very careful, because lots of things are happening. And I'll repeat it again, as soon as your DBS get affected, you can never work in health sector. Even in some organization, as soon as your DBS is affected, you can not even work in some organization. That is why you have to be very careful and try and avoid things that will get you into everlasting problem, to be honest. Yes, I'll call it everlasting problem, because just tell me, where is this lady going to work again as soon as she leaves this prison? Obviously her record will show that she have stolen from the vulnerable people. Like, imagine, from people that how will you steal from a vulnerable client? How? I don't even know how people are comfortable doing such things, to be honest. But Anyways, that is by the way. I just decided to create awareness for you guys. So if you're planning to come to the UK as a UK healthcare assistant, I believe this video will help you in one way or the other. So if you find this video informative, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe and share. Leave me a comment the kind of video you want me to make, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.